Spartans. A city forged in steel. Sparta. At the age of 7, the agoge begins children tested by hunger, wilderness, and relentless combat. The weak are cast aside, the strong endure until 20 to become hoplites. Until 30, they live in barracks, training daily, while their wives manage estates. For Spartans, war was not a duty, it was life itself. And so, for nearly 2 centuries, they dominated Greece. At Thermopylae, 300 Spartans stood against thousands of Persians, slowing the march of an empire. Their name became the eternal song of discipline and courage. Persian Immortals, the shadow of kings, the Immortals. 10,000 elite soldiers whose ranks never diminished. One fell, another replaced him instantly. Silk robes, gleaming armor, long spears and shields. They marched as an unbroken wall. They were not truly immortal, but they appeared so. Guardians of the great king, they embodied the empire's endless breath. Roman legionaries. Rome's iron fist, the legionaries. 25 years of service, bound by discipline as harsh as steel. The centurion's staff marked the line between victory and punishment. Under the testudo formation, shields locked like a living fortress against storms of arrows. Engineering, roads, camps, and tactics. Rome's soldiers were more than warriors, they were the architects of empire. Mubarizun. The silent duel before the clash. The Mubarizun. Chosen warriors who stepped forward before armies collided, challenging the enemy in single combat. One defeat could shatter morale. One victory could ignite an army's spirit. They were the balance of fate at the dawn of battle. War elephants. The ground trembles, hearts falter. War elephants emerge. Armored giants crushing lines, scattering spears, breaking formations. Their very presence was terror itself. Yet fire and chaos could turn them wild, wreaking havoc on friend and foe alike. Power and peril walked side by side. Vikings. The black sails of the north. Vikings. Long ships gliding through rivers and seas, striking at dawn. Doors smashed, villages burned, gold and captives taken. Raiders, traders, settlers, their name carried both fear and legend across Europe. Berserkers, madness incarnate. The Berserkers. Clad in animal skins, they roared themselves into trance. Pain vanished, fear dissolved. They hurled themselves at enemy lines like storms of flesh and fury. To foes, they were monsters. To comrades, fearless shock troops. Jomsvikings warriors bound by oath, the Jomsvikings. Strict laws, no tolerance for cowardice. Only the bravest were admitted into their brotherhood. Disciplined, merciless. Their name alone was a herald of death. Templars. White cloaks, red crosses, the Knights Templar. In the Holy Land, prayer and sword became one. On the battlefield, they fought with iron discipline. In Europe, they built vast financial networks. Revered and feared, their legacy is both sacred and shadowed. Samurai. The sword of honor. Samurai. Guided by Bushido, they lived by loyalty, courage, and duty. The katana was not just a weapon, it was the soul of its wielder. For them, death was often more honorable than victory. Seppuku, ritual suicide, was the ultimate proof of devotion to honor.